multi-step equations, is what it's called in the book. Or in other words, we're going to solve equations that mix addition and subtraction with multiplication and division. So let's take a look at this problem here again. So we have 4x plus 2 equals 10. So we know that our goal is always to get x by itself. So we know that we eventually need to subtract this 2 and we need to divide this 4. But what we should ask ourselves here is, does the order we do this in matter? And the answer to that is yes, it absolutely does matter. So the first thing that you should always do is you should move numbers that don't have the x in them to the other side first. So we should identify the numbers that don't have x in them, and we should move them to the side without the x on it. So we have this 4x plus 2. So this is the side with our x on it. And we notice this plus 2, this doesn't have an x in it. So we want to move this to the other side. So the first step we're going to do is we're actually going to subtract that 2 first. So our first step is subtract the 2. When we subtract the 2, we get 4x plus 0 equals 8. And so we have this step here, right? So now we just have the 4x by itself on one side and the 8. So the last thing we need to do is to get rid of this 4, right? So we do that the same way we did in the other section. Since this is 4 times x, I do 4 divided by 4 to get the x by itself, and then I divide by 4 on this side, and 8 divided by 4 is 2. And notice that this is the same approach we do for all problems. So let's take a look at this one. 3y minus 7 equals 21. So this is the side that has my variable on it, the 3y minus 7. This minus 7 doesn't have a y in it, so that's the first thing I want to move. So I'm going to add 7 to each side to get rid of this 7 on the side with the y. So then I'm left with 3y equals 28. And to get the y by itself, since 3 is being multiplied by y, I just divide this side by 3, and I divide this side by 3, since I want to do the same thing to each side. And then when I'm finished, I get this 1y, or just y, equals 28 over 3. So let's go ahead and try some out of the book.